Coming up, Kathy and Teresa take us shopping around downtown Disney Marketplace. Next. This is the Diz Unplugged, episode 582 for the week of March 5th, 2013. The Diz Unplugged is brought to you by DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com, experts in helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. One great reason to use Dreams Unlimited is because we send people where it's warm. You live where it's cold. Do you like wearing 40 pounds of clothes just to get to your car? Do you really enjoy having 20-degree winds slap you in the face like an angry drunk woman? Clearly there's something wrong with you. But in spite of that, we love you anyway. So let Dreams send you someplace warm, like Florida, or California, or the Caribbean, or for that matter, Albuquerque, anywhere. Just get away from that godforsaken weather. DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com, because cold weather sucks. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diz Unplugged Roundtable discussion, coming to you from the Bob Varley Studio live in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, John Magi, Kevin Close, Teresa Eccles.
Teresa,
that was the top of Kevin Close's
Kevin's
head.
always doing something weird when he's introduced.
It always comes up as a surprise. Teresa Eccles, Kathy Whirling, and back in the production nook, our producer Dustin West and his backup singers, Sean Thompson and Craig Williams.
The other two pips.
The rest of the pips, the remaining pips. In this episode, Kathy and Teresa have the next installment of their Disney 101 series, this time focusing on the downtown Disney Marketplace. So take it away, ladies.
Well, we went down yesterday. We do have a little video that we're going to show here so that if you see Teresa and I bundled up, it was cold.
It was a chilly morning.
It did warm up nicely, but we started off all bundled up. But we're going to talk a little bit about the marketplace. But since I'm the trivia queen, it was originally called the Lake Buena Vista Shopping Village. And it opened 38 years ago on March 22nd, 1975. And it was supposed to be that it reminded you of a New England seaside village. So that's way before my time. So is there anything left? Because I don't see anything in downtown Disney that would remind you of a seaside village.
The Cedar Shake roofs are very similar. There were less...
Captain Jack's kind of...
Captain Jack's
Okay.
is there. Do you know back where the Art of Disney is?
Mm-hmm.
They've expanded that building. That used to be called the 3 R's. Readin', Writin', and Arithmetic.
Huh.
And it was a bookstore. They actually had a bookstore on Disney property. And where Earl of Sandwich is, there was a restaurant there. And that's, I believe, I might have my facts a little mixed up. I believe that was the original Chef Mickey's.
Okay.
Which is in the Contemporary now.
And that was more of a fast food grab-and-go location.
Right. Well, no, then they went after that. That changed. That wasn't actually a restaurant at one time. There weren't as many buildings there, and it wasn't as crowded. The Liberty Bell, or not the Liberty Bell, the boat. I can't think of her name.
Empress Lily.
The Empress Lily. That's what it is. That was always there. That's been there since it opened. But it was. I remember there was a playground. I remember them having a playground there with like a jungle gym swing set slide kind of thing. I don't remember a whole lot about it. We went the year it opened.
It's
Wow.
changed a little bit over the last few
But the
years.
buildings don't look very different. The colors might be a little different, and there's more of them. World of Disney wasn't there.
Now, when we first started coming in 96, there was I think they were starting to build, or there was right next to the World of Disney, there was like a outdoor eating area, because I can remember a lot of tables in there. And then that went away, and that's where World of Disney is now. But I don't know. Are we going to show the video first?
Yeah,
or?
we can go ahead and show the video.
Okay,
Yeah,
that'll help.
All right.
Hi, I'm Teresa Eccles,
And I'm Kathy Whirling from the Diz Unplugged.
and we're here today at Downtown Disney Marketplace to do a little shopping, have a little lunch, and see what they have to offer. We'll take you on a little tour. Kathy, Ghirardelli chocolate. Free chocolate. Let's get it. Okay. How many times can we go back? Okay, here we are at trendy, hip happening spot. I'm gonna go in and see if I can find something for my daughter. Grace wants her birthday. Oh, you're merged over here. What is this?
This is Team Disney. Wanting to show you Ryman math sports.
Oh man. Are you supposed to try to hit each other? What'd you say? Wow.
This is in a weird color.
Better come with the prints for that price, huh?
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
What's that?
Do you know what it's gonna be?
Those genie bottles? I'm basically making all the segments for them right now.
Okay.
Then I'll shape them out and then put them all together.
Basin. I have never been in here before. Have you, Kathy?
Oh, you have to come in. There's all kind of cool stuff.
The smell
Right.
usually keeps me out, but we'll check it
Oh,
out.
that's why I like coming in here.
It's like, old man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. This is like the grandpa.
It's old man. Grandma's bathroom.
Let's go scrub our hands.
How do you get the water to come on? It's like a day at the beach. And you just wash it. Oh, the warm water feels good.
Yeah,
huh?
it does. Ooh, my hands feel soft too.
So they have this in. They have a shower in the back. World of Disney.
Yes. We don't get spit on.
Spit, but not on a chilly day in March.
No.
They're just like little tiny ears. Oh my god. They would fit on the cat.
Yes. Yes, they would.
Lego Imagination Center. These are imagination. Let's go in. Yeah. Oh look, this one's got a little bow on. Now she needs some hair. Man, remember when Legos were just like little smiley heads? Now they're all. This chick's got. Oh, this chick's got lips. I like this one's got lips.
It's Mr. Amish Man.
Is that Amish?
He's Amish.
It's not.
Yes.
It's a sinister villain.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Amish? Yes, I am.
Okay, so Art of Disney. Get your wallet ready. Let's go in.
Yes.
Look at there.
Aw, I like that.
Ian, get over here, please. Small, but it's just a tiny little thing. And let's do it in black because she's like moody. Oh, here comes a little shirt. Here, go back on my dress. It's just a classic. Such a good artist look. One of my favorite places, Little Mismatch, used to be over West Side.
West Side.
Now it's over here. Love it. I gotta go in here and get some socks for Grace. You never have to match them in the lawn.
I like that.
I like that part. No matching needed. Let's get shopping. That's not creepy at all. Sally, it's Sally. I like the little dude she poisons. Is there a little guy in the wheelchair? Hey Bob, you ever just stick your hand in there and... No? No? So here we've got Mickey's Pantry and Spices and Tea. This is where I go in and get Klaus's special brand of catnip.
Best catnip on the
So let's go
planet.
get some catnip. The whip of that bad boy. Smell the heat. Oh, really? Gorilla Deville. That's a sad little potato. Oh, your potato. Love it. This is awesome. You get to come out. Marketplace Fun Finds.
You been?
I was just in. Same crap, different location.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Thanks. There we go.
That's why
that
we
was
were
funny.
tired.
I
We were
know.
doing a lot of
I was
stuff.
exhausted after that.
I'm so surprised you didn't get kicked out of downtown Disney.
No,
You're wearing everything. You had your hands in all the candy.
She had her nose in that thing.
She did.
I did. It was interesting.
no, we had our son with us. He was taking our
Yeah,
pictures.
Craig was helping us there. What I like about downtown Disney, no ticket needed. It's you get your Disney fix. If you got some time, it's fun just to go hang out and check out the people and check out what they have to offer.
Plenty of stuff. No matter what you're into, there's a shop for that. We did just the marketplace side. We're going to eventually do the west side in Pleasure Island, but there was plenty of things.
There are. The biggest shop, I think, is World of Disney. And if you can't find it in there, they've got everything in there. And what I like about it is it's a bunch of little shops within the big shop. So
And all of them are crowded.
all
Yes.
of that place is always packed.
Weren't you surprised to see how busy it was yesterday morning when we were there?
I was, and I had gotten to downtown Disney before the shops opened, and there were very few people there. But the minute 10 o'clock came, people came from nowhere and just, converged on World of Disney. And you can get anything in there from jewelry, clothing, toys. At the far end of World of Disney is the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, where as an adult you cannot do this anymore. You used to be
No.
able to do this, but now
It's a sad day in
it's a
Disney.
sad day. You can't do the boutique, but it was packed too, and the number of people still.
Oh, that's not open there anymore?
No, it's open,
there.
but you can't. Adults can't go in and do it. It has to be a child.
Oh.
Only
You
up
can't
to
get
12.
boutiqued.
You can't get
No.
boutiqued. Yeah, you have to be under 12. So also a lot of toys in World of Disney. The Lego store, which is also, it's more open and not as packed as the others, but they can really take your money in there because Legos are expensive, but they last forever.
But because this version here is only about a year old.
Yeah, it's really new.
It's arranged much better that it can handle the crowds.
There were a lot of
better.
people in there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so open that, and they've got little PlayStations where you can play with the Legos and and build.
It's also doubled in size, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. And then Ghirardelli, my personal
Oh
favorite.
yes, got to go in for your chocolate.
Got to go in and get your free little chocolate. It's a tiny little store attached to the soda fountain shop.
There's some good stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
there is. They've got Easter candy up now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see those bags with all the different
Yeah.
assorted candies?
John got one of those for his birthday this year from some friends of ours.
It was evil.
It was.
It's the kind of chocolate you eat alone in the closet.
What goes on in your house?
I've got to hide it so no one else knows I have it, and then they take it.
I don't eat it in the closet, but
I just wait for everybody to go to bed, and then I'm trying to get over this. But anyway,
Teresa's next segment will be Eating Disorders 101.
She really lives in a house of broken toys.
dude, it's sad.
Because all the bathrooms were
Where's
Teresa can
Teresa?
purge.
Where's Teresa? My mother's in the closet eating Ghirardelli chocolate.
In the closet. And I have to keep moving the chocolate because they know my hiding places, so I have to keep moving it from.
You have to move your cheese too.
Yeah, I do. Basin. This was my first time in Basin yesterday.
oh wow! And now this is it's been reincarnated over the years. I think this is like the second or third time they've remodeled it since I've lived here.
They can remodel it all they want. I honestly, I think the stuff that they have in there is, for the most part, it's crap.
And
I mean,
unbelievably overpriced.
it
Oh,
is.
yes.
Don't buy soap by the pound.
Yeah.
You're not buying pastrami.
Well, it's not. To me, it's things you wouldn't really use. It was
How
like
much
little
soap do you
gifty
want?
things.
This much soap.
Or
Really?
I mean, the giant launching tubes they give you to shove them big balls in.
I'll take
Is that
Are
a
you sure you were in Basin?
sound clip? Sound clip. And I think it's really great is they felt that they somehow needed a satellite store at the Grand Floridian. They didn't-
really?
The Grand Floridian.
Got an accent.
Did I?
the Grand Floridian.
They were just they had
I think that was your
overflow.
countess.
Ladies, I was just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Smith.
But I mean, it's got some cute little things.
I think it used to be better when they used to have gift baskets and things that you could pick up
And they
Yeah.
want to rub that salty stuff all over you and have you exfoliate your hands, and you think,
Oh, that stuff's
Yeah, that's the
awesome.
best part of
That
basic.
That was neat. But
I have that at
what I
home.
don't understand is nobody in this store came up to ask us if we needed help.
No.
And
no.
that kind of upset me. I mean,
And there
at
was
some
hardly
point,
anybody in
and this
there.
was the kind of store where you would need help if you know what I mean.
Because you never bought soap before.
well, you never had to have your soap
Well, I mean, do you
Really?
want-
Can I have a quarter pound of old sneaker, please? You know?
Slice thin.
Really, can I get it?
Can you put the paper in between it?
I really, she never even looked up.
No, there was a couple in the back that never came
And
over.
I just found that odd. I mean,
I don't know how this place does any business.
I don't
Seems
even.
weird.
I've heard a story that they used one of those bath bombs, those big balls that you throw in the bathtub and it fizzes, on a child, and
I was telling Teresa that story yesterday as we walked through there.
this hurt them.
Oh, what happened?
Well,
It
it's
burned them.
fizzing
Right. Whatever.
chemical in the tub.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put any. There was nothing in there. I would give a child. I would put in a child's bathtub because them things are like softballs, huge.
Well,
You
they're
have to have it-
supposed to fizz the whole time you're in there and make your cheap little bathtub into a jacuzzi, but you don't. It wasn't safe for children.
No, I wouldn't. And there's nothing in there I would give a child. But it's a fun little smelly store and it's pretty. So you know,
dissolved the child. One of
don't take your child.
it dissolved the child.
Is that Chatterati saying that? It dissolved the child.
The jewelry store. What's the name of the place with the little all the crystal, pretty stuff?
Oh, Arribas Brothers.
Yes,
Brothers, yeah.
that's a pretty cool place. You could drop some money in there. I don't really understand the concept of having all of these. I mean, I love the sparkle. We know I love the sparkle, but I don't really want it all over my house.
People love
And-
that stuff. It makes for great souvenirs.
Yeah.
That's
One
where
of the
John and I buy our swords.
And our family crests.
I did see a few tiaras, which I thought were very
Yes.
pretty, but you know. we're
And
just
if you're there
swords.
when they're doing the glass blowing demonstration, that's always interesting
That's
to
fun.
see.
And there are some lower priced items, which are about the size of a pencil eraser, which are really cute. I like that kind of stuff. But the big giant, the coach with the horses and all blown out of glass, that
Or
isn't.
the
How much was
castle.
that castle?
$37,500.
Are you serious?
37,000.
Yes.
That would take up a lot of real estate on my coffee table.
But you wouldn't want to let anybody get married.
$37,000. Buy a car.
Yeah.
You can buy a condo in Florida for that.
Yeah, really. Right now, you could buy a condo.
Close to the castle too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's someone out there that would buy that. I don't know. I just can't imagine. But also on past there, if you walk through there, you end up at Team Mickey, and also where they put ride makers, right?
Right, but you also have guest relations that's in there that if you ever need to get your annual pass or whatever, and we had the photo station for the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, if you're getting your picture taken. It's
Which
right
is
there as we
which is
walk
kind of
through.
nice. I like the fact that once you've been boutiqued, your child has to walk through downtown Disney to get there, and and we saw several kids doing it, and I've seen them in the past, and they are so proud and happy.
Mm-hmm.
The parents are looking at their wallets, but
Don't they have like a daily parade of
Yes,
all the kids?
they do.
Yes.
It's so cool. I mean, I think
You
that's
pick
pretty
out the
awesome.
one you want to buy.
Yeah.
What?
That's where Madonna gets hers.
That's right. Angelina
Madonna and
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. That's where they get their kids.
Also,
look, it's a My American Doll.
a My American Doll. Team Mickey is also where they put moved ride makers, which used to be down where the bowling alley is. And it's a considerable smaller
It's
spot.
a much smaller area in the back.
It's a little nook.
I think they overestimated how popular this was be by putting it in Virgin Megastore.
And you very seldom ever see anybody in there buying a car.
You can put decals and pipes on a car.
It does look fun. I mean, we played with the little cars, and it's kind of cool. But
this is
$50.
why they-
Craig, weren't they $50?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
50.
This is why they don't, what we see an issue with, specialized things for little boys, because they put stuff like that in there and it doesn't do that well. But then you got the boutique and that does gangbusters. So of course Disney's going to go follow the money rather than coming up with an idea that would resonate.
Exactly.
With
I was just
little
going to say,
boys.
this is not just that little boys don't want to spend money. It's that little boys don't want to spend money on crap.
Right.
Well, okay, it might be a nicely done car, but
how often are you going to play with this little $50 car?
Well, it's remote controlled, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
played with
still.
that all the time when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my son did. He always used to pack his when we'd come on vacation.
Pack it where?
I think
In his suitcase, he'd pack his remote control car so he could take it down the sidewalk.
I think more importantly than that is the fact that Team Mickey is about sports. I think that's really the quote unquote
Right.
boy. I'm not saying that girls aren't into sports, but that's more for the guys.
Misogynist.
I am. Stuff where you can buy sweatshirts,
Sweatshirts,
basketballs,
all kinds
You
of
can get
sporting
your
equipment.
baseball or your
Flim
bat.
flam, jiggle
Right.
jaggle.
Trying to come up with
Get a bat.
sports stuff. Sweatshirts and baseballs.
It's actually a really good location
Things.
to find for college apparel, college sports apparel. It's a really good location.
That's where we go for,
For us, that's reaching. Yeah, I mean, we're reaching. We get into the sports discussion.
that. You can buy sweatshirts.
Throw-
You
Throwy
get
things
a
and
baseball
anything.
bat there, right? And you were saying, Kathy?
The gays don't catch.
Talk over them. Talk over the gay men.
You can get a custom-made baseball bat, and that seems to be quite popular
You
in
can
that
and
store.
you can take that to your ride maker car.
And
Yeah,
they call
you
it.
do that too.
They call out the
All
Nancy
right.
Kerrigan.
The store.
Too soon?
Was that too gay?
Too
Was that
soon?
reference too gay?
So what's next, Teresa?
From there we go to Trendy, which I really like this little store. It's
As I said, I feel
They have stuff for
trendy.
little boys too.
They do.
Little boys like us.
yeah, you would like that. In there.
I like going in there. I bought some bracelets and some necklaces, but I've never bought the clothes. But I just feel like hip and happening just being in the store.
But the very fact that she said that means she's not.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We were in there just recently, and John tried to buy one of the fixtures.
Well, see, I like that stuff. Yeah, and a lot of the merchandise in there you're not going to find in every store. So
They
I
do
like
have
that.
different looking
Yeah.
stuff. It's fun.
It's fun. From there, Once Upon a Toy, which I have been in several times, but I'd never been all the way to the back. I didn't realize how big it was and the different little departments within it.
There are clean, not busy bathrooms in Once Upon a Toy that are specifically handicapped accessible. I can
Interesting.
tell you.
You're really obsessing on the clean bathrooms. There was a tweet about Starbucks having clean bathrooms from you this morning, wasn't there?
Well, people want to know, because Julie likes Starbucks. We usually stop at 7-Eleven. However, we had to stop at Starbucks this morning because they have cleaner bathrooms, and that was a necessity. So that's why we had Starbucks. too.
Okay.
But yeah, don't you like a clean
I guess
bathroom?
clean bathrooms are high on our priority list.
They are.
You know, we're getting old when we travel. And
Get to be 53, and all of a sudden that becomes a priority. But the handicapped accessibility of it. The handicapped restroom near Once Upon a Toy, there is one, and it's always busy with a mother and a stroller.
What's it
And I
look
am
like?
not suggesting that mothers and strollers shouldn't use the handicapped bathrooms, although they shouldn't. But there is a handicapped accessible restroom in Once Upon a Toy also,
Well, cool.
And
and
back
it's clean.
before we go into Once Upon a Toy, back on the back side of Trendy is where you can rent the strollers in wheelchairs. So if you need to rent them for downtown Disney, that's where it's located.
No, I didn't know that.
Is that the only location in all of downtown Disney? At
I'm
that
not sure.
far
There might
end?
be one
There's
over-
gotta
I
be
think
another
there's one on
further
the
over.
other side.
yeah, that's in the
West side.
marketplace. Also, they've done something interesting with that spot. Now they sell kind of first 80 type stuff. You can get sunscreen and things like that, baby care products
Yeah.
there as well. So you
It's
find
an
yourself in
odd
a-
little space.
But if
Yeah,
you're in an
it is.
emergency and you have a problem, I think it's a good.
And
thing
it's a
to
nice
have.
tucked in their location where it's not like out, in the open. But Once Upon a Toy is a very large toy store. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head, a lot of Star Wars stuff.
They have the build your lightsaber.
Build your lightsaber. That was awesome.
You see, they came up. We did pretty much whatever we wanted with those lightsabers. But that kid that came up next to us, the ladies are, "Don't pull the tab! Don't pull the tab!"
Yeah,
and
she
it's
was
like,
all over him. And
where did you come from? And we're like over here having fun.
that's my son. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of. But yeah, it was kind of odd. But and reasonably priced toys. Not, was it like $21 for a lightsaber, which I thought was, doable.
It's a good place to find Disney video games and movies too.
And they do have some books in there too, which I think you were talking about. There used to be a bookstore. I think there needs to be
I'm surprised that there's not a book,
a designated.
video
Yeah.
thing, like even if it's artwork. I'm surprised that there's not that anywhere in Disney World. I mean, you find them here and there, but there should almost be like a
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
dedicated bookstore. I
Because
think
there's
that would
plenty
do well.
of Disney books that they could put in there
Right.
for everybody.
Definitely. Across from there, you've got the pin traders, where you can get just about any pin that you could possibly
They
want.
opened in 2002. That's one of my trivia.
2002.
They did.
So
That
the
11
question
great
comes up
years.
so often. I'm so glad you told me that.
Well, as you're walking by, and what?
Let me write that
Am I giving tours?
Let's write
Now,
that
my
down
other-
for Jeopardy.
Some of my other trivia that I found out is Downtown Disney's only been closed twice, as long as it's ever been there. Do you know what the 2 times are?
Has to be in 2004 for a hurricane.
It's Hurricane Floyd.
Maybe that was in 2004.
I'm going to say Hurricane Charlie, I think.
Hurricane Floyd in 1999, and then September 11th
Oh.
is the other time.
Can we go back a second? I've been called out on the fact that I said mothers with strollers shouldn't use handicapped restrooms.
You're wrong.
I'm sorry. If you're pushing someone in a wheelchair, they have one choice. One choice. Mothers with babies can take their kids into any stall they want. People in a wheelchair or people who cannot get off a scooter or need the room have one single choice.
Okay. Can I say something about that?
Absolutely.
Okay. If you've got a baby and you're alone,
Oh, she's going. She's going.
Right?
Wow.
Put it on Twitter. Hashtag Teresa cries.
how are you supposed to sit down and do your business with the baby?
What made
Unless
you
you're in a
cry
big-
about that?
I don't know. I'm emotional.
Somebody fan her.
I'll take menopause for 1,000, Alex.
I think what needs to happen is there needs to be more handicapped
Oh,
bathrooms,
definitely.
or every stall needs to be a handicapped.
Or,
because
no,
you can't
but
you
then-
can't
but
get
then
in that
there's
tiny little
also-
stall, sit down, do your business while holding a baby. You can't do it.
I guess maybe that's because I stood behind a wheelchair for a lot of years
Yeah.
and stood outside while there was a line of people. And I'm not talking if you've got an infant. I'm sorry, your 6-year-old does not need to do that.
Well, no. I mean, if
Right.
my child is standing and they are, I mean, as an infant, if I didn't have an adult to leave them with, I would go in the handicap stall because I could take them in with me and I could still have room to maneuver with what we had to do. If the child is older, I had the rule that they had to stand outside the stall I was using and I had to see their toes under that door at all times. So I know they were there.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really think it's not people with strollers that bother me. I think the real thing that bothers me is there's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you only have one option, it's almost degrading to people in wheelchairs that you have to wait for that one spot.
Yeah.
And that's really my rant. I'm
Okay.
done.
Okay. I'm calm.
I'm sorry if I upset you when you have a stroller
Okay,
and a baby.
Teresa, bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it back. All right, Kathy, what's next? Oh, Fun Finds. That was the store of. Craig said, "Don't go in there. There's nothing in there." And we went in, and it was like grab bags sealed up, and you didn't know what you were getting.
Is that the store that they built in that walkway that used to be the $10 or less space? Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of next
Yeah.
to Pooh's Pooh or whatever it is.
It was the dog store, the pet
Goofy's.
store.
What?
Goofy's poo?
Goofy's Candy is right next to Goofy's Candy, right?
It is
Yeah,
on
but
the
people-
right-hand side, but on the left-hand side is where that
Is where
$10 and
Pooh
under.
took in a corner. Pooh in
Because
a
it used to
corner.
be a pet store, right?
Yeah.
Am I imagining things?
It was part pet store, and then there was a walkway where it was $10 or less. It's
Well,
not
now
important, but that's where.
Well,
it is.
now it's like if your kid's got a limited amount of money to spend, they'll find something in there if they want it, I guess.
Like
Actually,
broken glass.
the store that
old McDonald's cups.
the store that Trendy replaced. It was like Summer and Sand or Sands
Summer
of
Sands.
Summer
Oh, Summer
Sands.
Sands, yeah.
That used to be where the Winnie the Pooh store is now.
What Winnie the Pooh store?
The one
There's
that
Winnie
Dustin
the
was just
Pooh to-
talking
Oh,
about.
okay, got it. Okay,
It's to the left of that.
to the left.
Is it called 100 Acre Wood or something like that, or what is that? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead. So tell us more about the things that were in the bag. Did you buy any?
No, they were like sealed
Oh,
up
you
bags.
should have bought them.
Sealed up bags for I don't even know what the price was.
Well, back-
$11.99.
$11.99. Okay.
Back in the
and you
day,
didn't know what you were getting.
in Once Upon a Toy, you used to be able to do the My Little Ponies and put as much as you could do in a box.
Like the potato head thing.
yes.
Yeah.
And then when they got rid of them, they put them all over in the grab bags, and that was a really popular thing. It was probably the most grab bags they ever sold because people knew that
They were
in
gonna
those
get My
grab
Little Pony.
bags that you were going to get a deal with My
That was
Little
right
Pony.
before the brony men came out too, though. All
Yeah.
the little men that like ponies.
Yes.
Which are some creeping men, but anyway.
The bronies?
The brony. Am I right? Is that what
Yes.
it's called?
Yeah, bronies are guys that like My Little Pony.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just call them gay.
I was just gonna say.
No, they love some My Little Pony.
Send all emails to John.
Oh,
wait,
please.
wait. Hold on.
No.
Hold. Stop. Everything stop.
Focus on him.
There are men
Google it.
who
It's
who claim,
huge, Pete, yeah.
there are men who claim not to be gay, who are into My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big time. Stella has a shirt that we bought in the men's department at Target, and it's a My Little Pony shirt, and it's for men. They're
And they-
bronies.
Pete, and they call themselves bronies because they're bros for My Little Pony. So they call themselves bronies.
Okay, hold on.
Google it.
You have a button for that? Wow.
Hold on.
are
There's
good.
got to be a button for this. Let me see.
There's a button for it.
No, there isn't. Well, you learn something new every day.
See that?
If
And I
you're
think
if
we
you're
have-
a
I
man
might have
who's
a
into
friend.
My Little Pony,
And then we do have listeners that are.
okay, you're gay. I'm kidding. If that's what you're into, God bless you.
Then there's the minstresses, the men who are into princesses. Never heard that expression?
Wow, that was.
I wasn't sure where that was going.
I didn't know where that was. I'm thinking. I have an app for that. But
You have an app for that?
Men who have a monthly visitor. I wasn't sure where you were headed with that.
wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's getting hot in here. Okay.
Are we about done with the stores yet?
Okay. No, we're moving on to
I hope not.
Little Mismatched.
Seriously, this is a big thing?
Oh my gosh. Girls do not wear matched socks anymore.
No. I'm talking about the guys who
still
are My
have
Little
the
Pony.
ponies.
I still can't get past this.
Yes.
Okay.
Check it out
There's
on
whole
Google.
websites about it. I kid you not. Check it out, baby. It's there.
Okay.
I did. Okay. Anyway. Little Mismatched. Love this store.
You do like this story.
I do love this store. It can be a little pricey, but we came upon a sale yesterday. You buy 2 packs, you get 2 free. So I bought 4 packs of socks for just under $18.
Which I thought was, with 4, that was reasonable. If you
Each-
would have only gotten 2 packs,
Yeah.
that's expensive.
Each pack runs about $8 to $10, and you get 3 socks. And not 3 matches, you get 3 individual socks that coordinate in some way, usually color or style. And then, I usually buy several packs at a time so they can either match or not match. But I love it because you don't have to match the laundry. I mean, you just throw the socks in and you're done. And they also have clothing, really colorful clothing. They've got a few shoes, jammies, bags. It's an interesting little store.
And they usually have a rack over in the corner with like discontinued or some kind of a sale
Yeah.
that are quite reasonable.
Really, and they've got a website too. Really fun little store. Love it. Love Little Mismatch. Goofy's Candy Kitchen. You go into a sugar cone with a minute you walk in there. Unbelievable. I mean,
yeah.
the scent coming out of there was just about as bad as Basin, I thought.
Oh, really?
Well, it was strong. I mean, because and you can have things special made in there, like
Apples.
apples.
And, Rice Krispie squares.
or the little rods of pretzel, which I don't really care
Yeah.
for. They're pretty, but
They're expensive, though.
they're very expensive. Any kind of candy
Their loose candy's very expensive.
is very
Like
expensive.
crazy.
And the one candy I never could understand, which is everywhere, and it's several places in downtown Disney, is fill the tube up with loose colored sugar.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen those?
The
No.
pixie tubes.
Like okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 3 foot long empty tube, and you fill it up with all this
It's
loose.
the diabetic suiceide station.
Yes.
And it's also like the why isn't my child sleeping at 2 o'clock in the morning station.
Exactly.
I think I have a reason.
Because and then they got the little sugar stuck all over their face.
Right.
Well, they sit there, like just open up the spigot with their mouths under it. Yeah.
Or they have to keep cutting the tube because it gets all wet because they've been,
Yep.
it's nasty. Yeah. But anyway, Goofy's is fun. And then we went into the Christmas shop, which is downtown.
And there was a smell in there yesterday.
It smelled like Christmas.
Yes, it did. Did you ever
Imagine that.
notice a smell in there?
Sure.
Cinnamon and depression.
It was peppermint. Wasn't it
Yeah, that's the
peppermint?
first time I've ever really noticed it.
It was like a tree scent.
Yeah, it's like a
Tree
pine
scent.
scent.
Oh, I got
Oh, Pine and Depression. Okay.
Pine and Depression. Lots of fun things in there, and they can depersonalize your ornaments, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I've bought a few things in there, but usually it's around Christmas time. But it was a busy.
It wasn't too crowded because usually it's like, you have to elbow your way through there.
Mickey's Pantry. Love it.
Oh yeah.
And this is also the location for the spices.
They have a lot of cookbooks.
There's some very, very cool stuff in there.
Yeah,
They do. The
There's
spices.
some very cool. The salts and the spices.
Yeah.
The
And-
salts
but
are
you can-
crazy.
But you can run up some money in
You
there.
really
Oh, yeah.
those little
It's a little tiny
those little packets of
bag.
salt. They're like it's like buying Coke or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like these little tiny packets that
And there
cost-
was one called cheese. And
The cheddar cheese.
cheddar cheese. It looked like Kraft macaroni and cheese. You know the little packet that comes
Yeah,
in?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it was like they'd opened up a bunch of packets and put it in this little jar, and I opened it up, and I'm like, holy, it just smells like Kraft macaroni and cheese, which was
And
kind
then
of bizarre.
the blue cheese.
There's
smelled-
nothing wrong with that.
I know.
No.
But the blue cheese smelled just like it, which I
Yeah.
thought was
Oh,
weird.
It
that's
didn't
odd.
smell like blue cheese.
Yeah. And this is where you're going to get your awesomely awesome catnip, because,
Yeah.
they will never go back to.
Figaro never responded to catnip.
Really?
Oh,
Anytime I tried to do it, he could care less.
have you done this catnip? This
Well, not
Well,
recently.
it's difficult now that he's dead.
Figaro responded to ham.
Yeah, right.
No, but
Yeah.
this, when I walked in it was several hours after I had purchased this catnip, and I walked in the house,
And you were still high?
and I was still high. I didn't have the catnip with me because I'd left it in the car. Klaus started screaming the minute I walked in the door and followed me around, and he was like shoving his face into my hand. And when I finally brought it in the house, it was like, I'd given the poor little baby crack because he was just all over it. But
did the
anyway.
same thing at our house.
Yeah, it's cool. I love the catnip. Also, around the corner there, you've got Art of Disney, which is where you're going to find the artist.
My favorite
I
store
know.
downtown.
Oh my
Disney.
gosh! And not everything in there is horribly priced.
No, it's
No.
not.
it's really not. There's some things that are over the top, which
One of the things I do like is that you can customize a print. Like I have a couple things hanging in the office right now that I found the piece I wanted, and then you're able to select the matting, you're able to select the type of frame and all this other stuff. It was really cool.
Framing is usually very, very expensive there.
It's expensive everywhere.
But if you want it all in one shot, it's really great. The other thing I love too is they do that thing where they'll put it on canvas, so it looks like a painting.
Right.
Yeah.
I have two pieces that are done that way on canvas.
it's pretty cool. And it's, I don't know, they have little bits of artwork in there too, and the little pillbox things, which I really love. We have a lot of those.
The
Those little-
Oshevsky.
Yes, those are
Oshevsky
cool.
pieces,
I like
which-
that.
And then they usually have the little cartoonist slave.
Kind of like this.
Yes,
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
that. Yes.
To me.
I knew I had seen that
I
somewhere.
have several of those. That's where
me,
we keep
great
my
little-
children's baby teeth.
Oshevsky piece.
Oh, that's
Ew.
cute.
Sorry.
She used to wear them on a necklace.
Yes. Now I keep them in my little jars and bottles.
And then we
Okay.
have the wonderful world of
She's
memories.
crying again.
I'm crying. I'm fine. I'm good. It's all
My Little Pony's teeth.
She holds them where she's wearing her wedding dress and eating chocolate in the closet.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so
Sad
anyway,
world.
there's the wonderful world of memories that's sort of like the little connector area between Art of Disney and the Designity. And Disney back 4 or 5 years ago had all kind of scrapbooking supplies. That was like the destination to go if you wanted. And now they have like a few albums, but none of the papers, none of the scissors. They used to have.
Why do you think is scrapbooking on the way out? Are people are still doing it? Right?
I think they thought they could probably make more money with all those cases for iPads and computers. And,
There's still some art supplies in there though. There's a few,
but very few compared to what.
yeah, because mainly
what
that whole
used to
back
be
wall
there.
was just stuff for your tech crap.
Also, Disney's licensed out all that stuff. If you go into Michael's or you go anywhere,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
they've
Yeah.
got all that scrapbookings everywhere. So
But that used to
is
be the
cool.
destination because you knew that they had everything in that location. And trust me, I probably spent hundreds of dollars in that area. And now
Crafty
gradually,
Kathy.
yep, gradually,
Crafty Kathy's Corner.
you know, like the World of Disney used to have some scrapbooking things. You can't find it really anywhere.
Well, you got to go to
anymore.
Michael's because it's a whole lot.
And even Michael's doesn't have.
Really? Well, go to
Yeah.
your house. It's all at your house.
Yeah,
huh?
it's all at my house.
But
That people are going to break into.
that
Yes.
takes us into Design a Tea. This is my first time in there. And there were people in there, which surprised me.
That's where Katie got her graduation shirt. She did it there at.
So I went up and I designed my little tea, and I asked for, I don't remember how many it was,
16.
16 of them. And this little thing spit out. I thought, oh my God, there's going to be people in the back whipping these little T-shirts together for me. But the woman came out and assured me that until I go up and pay for them, they will not start making
So you
my little
accidentally punched in 16?
shirts. Yeah. Well, I just was wanting to see,
That's funny.
and it spit out this little receipt.
You know that's not like little gnomes inside of a machine making T-shirts.
Well, I
right?
know, but I figured
the
they
little
had people in the
dwarfs were
back,
in the back room.
back in the little sweatshop area.
That's where the Brony Club is working.
That's where the children who have left behind at Disney.
Their little
sewing.
irons back
Those
there.
little
Ironing.
princesses in the parade that weren't claimed.
And back in that area before you got there, there's an area where you can make your Mickey ear hats. That they'll put the different ears on and.
That's interesting too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually done that for a few people. But it's a whole little nook area at downtown Disney. If you don't really go back in there, I think it's kind of cute, and it's a nice little cool spot to sit down.
My issue with that tea place is that they're kind of cheap. They use kind of cheap Hanes shirts, and they use the iron-on things that kind of come off in the wash. So
Well, it is, it's sponsored by Hanes, so.
Yeah, but you can buy a good Hanes T-shirt, and then you can buy the ones that are 3 for $10 on 192.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're doing it here for you. You get all your little graduation shirts or whatever, and it's a cool little gimmick, and it's a colorful little store. I mean, I don't see a need for it in my world, but anyway. Dining all along, also in downtown Disney, there's all these little carts where you can get leather stuff, the Magnetron, which used to be a store in itself, and now it's
Been downsized.
Yes.
been downsized to a little corner of.
Isn't the Magnetron over in the West Side?
No,
Is it still one of
it's
those?
gone.
Oh.
Now it's a little corner of a building
Oh.
with a bunch of fake food magnets stuck up, and it's
Oh wow.
yeah.
My favorite store was Ink Slingers, just because it had a cool name.
No, my favorite was the eye catchers. I want to get one of those, but they're so freaking expensive. It's
You know,
those little
those things that
I'm
twirl
on
in the
drugs
wind.
twirling things.
Oh,
You've
kind
seen
of
them?
like wind chimes, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
it's like this
visual
little
and
metal
making noise.
blowing in the wind thing. I kind of like that a lot.
That's where the answer is.
blowing in the wind.
Never mind.
Continue, my friend.
Okay. Dining at downtown Disney, you've got several locations in Marketplace. You've got T-Rex. I love it. I know you don't like it, Kevin.
I sat in the thunderstorm room. My one and only tip there.
One of these times I'm going to have to try it because I've never tried
You've
it.
not tried
No.
it?
Oh, please tell me they're going to videotape you.
You got to be
Craig
in
with you.
the extinction room.
Is that
Where
the one with the
Yes,
thunderstorms?
that's
Yes.
the one where the
Yeah.
room blows up every 20 minutes.
And the waiter comes to your table and screams
Yes,
at you
Yes.
to be heard over the roaring dinosaurs and the thunder. It's great fun.
It's
It's
the
almost
Ice
like
Age.
Victoria and Albert's.
The Ice Age.
Is there a James Beard Award in the
Pretty
office?
sure. For loudest waiter.
Inside T-Rex, there's also a dino shopping area and a Build-A-Dino,
Yeah, and I'd never,
which
gone
we had
in and
built. Do you
checked
remember
that out.
going in there? I think I was with you because you bought the girls' dinos. I wouldn't have done that. It had to have been with you.
Could be.
Now, if you had Foursquare, you could go back and look at your
That's right. I can go back
Yeah.
and look, and then I would know.
But it's like Build-A-Bear. You have your dinosaur, you build it, you give it a heart, they stuff it.
They
you-
blow foam into it.
They blow foam in it. You
They had a
scrub it
cool
up,
machine that kept like combing it. And,
The
Yeah.
foam blower.
yeah.
and you can pay extra to get the heart, give them a heart, and they shove it inside before they sew it up, and from there you pick out clothing, shoes, the whole ensemble, and dress it up, and then go to the register and pay for all the stuff that your child put on this dinosaur, which can rack up. I mean, it can get a little pricey.
Yeah,
but
like
it's
the
cute.
body was 20.
Yeah.
And then the outfits are like 20 something. And then you can buy shoes and
When you go to the airport, it's fun to look at all the Build-A-Bear boxes.
Oh, yes.
have been
That
left
never
on
made it on.
the
Yeah.
counters.
They're so cute when you walk out.
It's hard to shove them in a suitcase in that box.
Also, there's a rainforest downtown at Marketplace. I've never eaten at this one.
Please approach the elephant.
Yeah, I imagine it's.
I've
pretty much
always,
the same.
I've rarely had a good meal at the rainforest. That's why I haven't gone to T-Rex, because same people.
Same people, yeah. Captain Jack's. I've never eaten there.
oh, that's really good.
You like
Really?
Go in there. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay, Wolfgang Puck Express.
Love
That's
it.
always busy.
Love it. What a great place.
Yeah.
The one over by the Christmas tree store.
Correct.
Yes,
Agreed.
yes.
Agreed.
That was a perfect addition because
That's
that's
a-
relatively recent.
It's relatively quick food. It's good food.
It's easy too.
It's easy. There's usually a line, and it can be difficult to get a seat sometimes, but it's worth it. It's worth it. First time we met Craig, that's where we went for lunch.
Yep. I remember
Wow.
it fondly.
You remember it fondly?
He was just sitting at
Oh,
a
yeah.
table near you.
I had the buffalo chicken
Yes.
pizza.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse me, little
Where we
boy.
met him. Excuse me, little boy. Would you like to work for
Do
me?
you like My Little Pony?
In that same general area is Earl of Sandwich.
Another great place.
We were going to eat lunch there yesterday, but the line was
Wow.
out the door.
popular.
However, it goes very quickly.
They're
It
very
does.
organized.
They're
It
very
does.
organized. It
Well,
goes
this
very
line
quickly.
was like doubled back and starting to go into Mickey's pantry.
I have gone to there where
I
it's
thought you were
been
going to say
out,
into Mickey's pants. Like, wow, what goes on
Doubled
there?
back.
I've been there where it's been out the door, and you still get through
You still
it
move quick.
Yeah,
in like
it
20
does.
Well, at that
minutes.
point, I was like getting ready to pass out
Right.
from lack of
Mm-hmm.
food, so I was like, quick, get me somewhere else. What else? What other dining is
Did you
there?
mention Pollo Campero?
Oh, no, that's over
And-
by where it used to be McDonald's, I
Yes.
believe.
And the thing that's interesting about that is that there's a rumor that that's going away.
Yes.
It's too bad because
And-
that's a really good restaurant, I think.
Is it? I haven't
Yeah.
eaten there
I
yet.
like their chicken in there, but it's supposed to become a Disney-owned Tex-Mex restaurant. And supposedly they're testing the food out at Port Orleans French Quarter in the restaurant that used to be there that closed, but that's where they're testing out
Oh.
the food items. So I don't
Interesting.
know when this is supposed to happen, but that's the big rumor.
I heard Pollo Campero was leaving, but I didn't hear what was coming back. Well, because Disney did so good with that Mexican food outside of the Mexican pavilion.
Yeah.
Also considered in the marketplace area is Fulton's and Portobello. And that's the first place I met you guys. Do you remember that?
Portobello's gone downhill.
Has it?
Portobello, I think, used to be really good, and then
I
they
do too.
switched the menu at some point. And the last couple times I've been there, I don't
I'm
plan
going
to
to be
go
honest
back.
with you. It's been years since we've
The
been
last
Yeah.
meal we had there was not good.
No.
I think I was with you at that meal.
And yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember it fondly. But
Fulton's, I've actually had a couple of good meals at. Even if
Really?
you're not a seafood eater, I've had some good non-seafood items there.
I've only been in Fulton's once, and that's when they did the children's cooking class, when they did the progressive
I remember
place
that.
from place to
Remember you doing
place.
that, yeah.
And that was
Fulton's,
fun.
I find I never think of it. I think of Fulton's as very, very expensive for what you get.
For what you get.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
The
but it-
Portobello fries that
Those
you
are great.
guys
fried
talked
pieces of
about.
portobello mushroom,
Yes.
and I remember them being really good.
Yes, they're very
But
good.
it's not one of the places that comes to mind when we think about going out to eat.
Also at Marketplace, you've got your bandstand area kind of in the middle by the big Disney store.
The Waterside Stage.
The Waterside Stage, to be the real name. This is kind of cool. There's something there usually every day of something going on.
It's usually like school groups, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not always local. I've been there, and it was some band from China or
Those kids
Japan.
from Canada
singing.
were going to perform there.
Yeah, both of my daughters have performed there on different occasions.
And there was a group from Saratoga Springs, New York,
Oh, that's where I'm
that was
from.
performing yesterday.
Yeah, so it's
I don't
kind of
know
cool. And lots of little places to eat there. There's a Wetzel's Pretzels and a few little drinky places where you can just pick
Now,
up.
there's also that Captain Jack's. What's that restaurant?
Down past the marina.
Down by the marina.
Captain Jack's.
Captain
yeah.
Jack's.
That's awful.
Oh, really? We've always
Awful.
had good meals in there.
I've always
never
had
had a
bad
good
ones.
meal in there, and it's
Really?
such a prime location.
But
It
then
is
I'm-
a good location. Yeah.
If you're looking for something to do that's free, every guest that we've ever brought, we love the boat ride from downtown Disney out to Port Orleans Riverside,
Yeah.
and then just come back.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little bit of a wait if there's hotel guests and things like that, but we've always had a really good time. The folks that come to visit, especially if you're looking to have a quieter day than
Yeah.
a theme park.
Well, downtown Disney is it's not just shopping. It's people watching. They've got the little carousel. They've got the train that the kids can ride.
The boats leave every 20 minutes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and every 10 minutes from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. So you can do that. And let's talk a little bit about, there's a bus stop there at downtown Disney. I would recommend probably taking the bus to go to downtown Disney because the parking lot down there, there's not enough parking.
It fills up quick.
That bus stop is also another hub in addition to the transportation and ticket center.
Right.
You
Yes.
can go there to get to other resorts,
Yeah.
things like that. So I think people should know that as well. That it's
Speaking of that, have you seen the leaked photos?
Just going to say, now that you guys have done all this, it's all going to change.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
right.
It's going to be
Yes.
completely
However,
different.
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's supposed to be
Last year,
Hyperion
I
Wharf.
was going to say a year and a half or 2 years ago, we were all excited that they were going to turn it into Hyperion Wharf.
Right.
And you saw how fast that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So once they start knocking stuff down and building stuff, I'll get excited.
I don't know. The things I'm hearing, I think it's.
A little more
Things gonna
solid.
happen.
I think this one's a bit
Also,
more
some of
solid.
the ideas seem a little bit more credible, like
Right.
expanding out and then making a walkway over to Saratoga Springs and stuff like that. So let's
Well,
see.
I'm
But
of the wait and see.
I want to do West Side.
Persuasion.
Oh, we're going to do West Side.
Yes,
and
and
I want
Pleasure
to
Island.
take Craig, do you bowl?
I do. I
Oh.
don't bowl well, but I like to bowl.
Okay, well, good. I don't bowl well either. I think that
That's
would
something
be fun.
I've got to do. I really want
Wouldn't
to
that
try
be
that.
fun? We
I'm
got to
going to jump in for
bowling.
just a second. Sean and I had lunch there the other day. We went to see Quartet. Splitsville. We went to see the movie Quartet. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not great. But if you like Maggie Smith, she's in the whole movie. We had lunch there. And aside from the fact that it was deafeningly loud and we sat almost next to the shoe rental, the food was good.
The food's- I've heard good reviews about the food.
food-
Yeah,
was
the
good.
food I had there was very good.
And they take tables in Wonderland.
Yep.
But how fun can it be bowling, you know?
I used to be really good at it. We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
me too. It's been a long time though.
We need matching shirts, though.
Oh, we should do a
we could go to the
Bowl.
t-shirt place and
Yes,
get matching
yes.
shirts.
Okay, never mind.
So that's Marketplace.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, very much. That will do it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with you again next week with another edition of the Diz Unplugged. Thanks for being with us, everyone, and remember, stay out of the damn lakes.